Hello and welcome everybody to today's Commodities Corner presented by myself, Phil Carr, at the Gold and Silver Club. So today during the session we'll be covering the biggest trading opportunities right now, how to use fixed odds trading for maximum profits, live market analysis. We shall be identifying high probability trade setups on the commodities, and of course we'll be answering any questions that you may have during today's session too. So before we get started, the commodities we trade on binary.com are the following. So they are the metals. We trade gold, silver, palladium and platinum, and on the energies we trade crude oil. So that's what we'll be focusing on today during our technical analysis. I've already seen a couple of setups which are lining up really nicely, which we can take a look at too. So first of all, just before we get started, for those of you who are new to the Commodities Corner, let me introduce you to the Gold and Silver Club. The Gold and Silver Club is an international commodities trading research and advisory group. We specialize in the precious metals, the energies and the agricultural markets. We are recognized as the leading go-to authority on commodities, and as internationally respected experts, our analysis, our opinions on the metals, the energies and the agricultural markets, they're routinely sought by major financial television channels and publications, which include Bloomberg, Reuters, CNN, Global Banking and Finance Review, the Wall Street Journal, to name a few. Our team of experts has advised and taught technical analysis, fundamental research, portfolio management to more than 75,000 private and institutional traders worldwide. For further information on the Gold and Silver Club and our expertise, please do visit our website at www.thegoldandsilverclub.com. Okay, we'll move it on and we'll have a look at the price of gold right now. We're currently trading at $1,153 an ounce. So we've had quite the pop since last week's non-farm payroll on Friday. We'll go over the overall price structure, what we're looking at in terms of setups, and we'll also just take a look at some of the top trades that we've personally taken over the last week on binary.com. So first of all, the top trades using the Gold and Silver Club signature trading strategies are as follows. We had a lovely buy opportunity on platinum. We discussed this on last week's session where we went for a rise trade for the price to be higher. Our entry on that on platinum, we had a couple of positions on this for a buy. Our first entry was a buy above 904 for a rise trade for the price to be higher. Our second trade was a lovely breakout trade as well on gold, which we took after the non-farm payroll announcement came out. And the beauty of binary.com again is that when you're trading in this way, we're just going for a rise trade for the price to be higher. There is no need for you to set any stop losses, and all you need to do is see the price actually close higher than the entry price in order for you to win the entire trade. So therefore, you don't really need to worry too much about the volatility in the market. As long as your closing price is higher than your entry price, you can get a full payout. And the other trade that we had a nice breakout from this week was silver. So you can see it's been a pretty good run across the metals complex this week. Rise trade for the price to be higher, entering at $15.30. We had a lovely breakout on silver over the last week, which we'll take a look at next. So what I'll do, I'll be moving over to the technicals. We'll take a look at my charts. We'll have a look at some of the setups which are lining up. First of all, we'll go over the different types of trades we'll be looking at today. So we are going to be focusing on the higher and lower type of trades on binary.com. Essentially, if you select higher, you will win the payout if the market exit price is strictly higher than your entry price over the specified time frame. Very straightforward and a great way to trade the markets with minimal time required. If you select lower, you win the payout if the market exit price is strictly lower than the entry price. So it only needs to be lower by 1 point or 1 pip, and you win the entire payout again. So it's a fantastic way to take advantage of smaller market moves, but also on markets which are very volatile, such as oil and gold. It means that you don't need a big stop loss on those markets. You just need to be correct about the direction of the market over the specified time frame. So what we'll do, we'll move over and we'll have a look at the technicals. We'll go over to my screens. We'll have a look at some of the charts. Do feel free, guys, to just put in any questions or comments, and we will go over those. If you put those in actually during the technical part of the session, we can cover those. So let me just get everything set up for you so you can see my screens. Just bear with me as we bring that up for you. Just do a share. Okay, brilliant. You should be able to see my screen now. We're currently just on the gold charts. Okay, fantastic. Right, what we'll do, we'll start off first of all with the US dollar. The reason we'll look at the US dollar, because we do see an inverse correlation with the US dollar versus the precious metals in particular. So what we've seen today is the US dollar has been breaking down. So you can see this over the last couple of days. We're starting to really build up some momentum to the downside, which is giving a boost to the precious metals, and also oil. We've had a fairly reasonable move to the upside as well. So this sell-off that we're seeing at the moment in the US dollar, it's giving strength to the commodities complex right now. So we're starting to break down. If we have a look at actually on the larger time frames, on the weekly at the moment, you can see where we've already taken out 2 weeks worth of lows, and we're starting to break down. Now, for those of you who have been joining our sessions for a while, you'll be aware that we are actually breaking down from a pennant formation on the US dollar. So a pennant formation is where the price, it gets tighter and tighter. You typically get higher swing lows on the chart, but lower swing highs. So essentially you get higher lows on the chart, lower highs on the chart. You build up a lot of momentum towards the end of the apex of the pennant, and then eventually we have a breakout. And in this case, the US dollar is actually breaking down. Now, it's not enough for it just to break down. It is a good opportunity for quick day trades, but it's not enough for it to be breaking down. What it needs to do is close below those levels as well. So the US dollar is very high probability, I would say, for a close, a strong close. So if you have a look over the last few weeks of what we've seen with the US dollar, each week where we've had a major fall, it's very quickly been able to snap back and rally again. So the probability of the US dollar retracing again into the close, it's relatively high, and it's something to watch out for. But if the US dollar has a confirmed close this week below the lows it's currently breaking through, we could start to see the momentum pick up to the downside as we head into next week, and that will give more of a breakout and more of a catalyst for moves to the upside for the precious metals. So just be aware of that inverse correlation. So at the moment, the US dollar, it's breaking down on higher time frames. We can take it all the way out to much larger time frames as well, and we are breaking down, and we just take it back to the daily, and you can see that very clearly. If we do get a break back below this swing low to the left here, which is sitting around 94.18, if we break and close below that level, this is where I would expect the downside to really start to increase momentum on the US dollar, and we would expect inverse correlations to start to follow through even more so as we head into next week and the rest of the month of October for the metals. So US dollar down, gold then up. So we can see at the moment what we've also got quite a few interesting zones which we've tested. So first of all, want to point out that the lower end of this trend channel, which we've been monitoring on gold throughout the last month, you can see actually going all the way back to mid-July, it's holding, and it broke temporarily on non-farm payroll. Then we had a bear trap, which is where the market starts to break down. So sellers come into the market, but they get caught because very quickly the market turns around and it takes out the high of the previous candle, and then you get an engulfing candle into the close. We've had good follow through, and we've now got a V-shaped reversal pattern where we're looking for a potential breakout to the upside. You've got a nice neckline. We've already actually broken out to the upside. I do see more upside here for gold. I would suggest that we can take a trade on gold here because it has broken out from its key resistance zones as well. We've also got a pennant formation which you've just cleared above to today. So you can see that just in the daily chart where we have actually cleared above our key resistance here. We should get a reasonable rally into the US session today as well. So we can take a look at that for a buy very shortly on gold. Also, silver has had a really nice breakout. So this is the level we got in for a breakout, 1528. Once we breach above that zone, we've had 3 days of rallies here, big pullback just on Wednesday, but then we've come back strong again just so far on Thursday, and actually on Friday here we can see this is yesterday's candle on Thursday. So far today we're looking quite good with the US dollar selling off. It's giving strength to silver as well. Palladium has already actually started to breach above the weekly highs here. Now, palladium, for those of you who trade commodities markets, you might know that palladium is fairly volatile. It moves in big price swings, and you need quite big stop losses. And the majority of platforms, the spread on it, the difference between the buy and the sell price, means you pay a lot to actually trade palladium, which is why I think it's fantastic that palladium is available on binary.com. It means you don't need to get caught out with the spreads, and it's very simple to trade. You're just looking for a buy price to go higher or price to go lower. So in this instance here, we have already triggered above this box that we've got on palladium. It looks like we're going to head higher here into the close. So also looking at that for a buy. We'll take a look very shortly. Now, platinum has been a great mover. So we took this for a trade last Friday. and that moved great right the way through to Monday when we took our profit target. Our first profit target after non-farm payroll. Now, the follow-through has been immense here. So Platinum has really got going. In fact, yesterday's move to this breakout, we had a doji yesterday. We broke out today. Really nice surge. We've been monitoring this quite closely. You can see on the weekly now we've really started to build up some momentum. We've got a weekly, what looks like a weekly engulfing candle into the close there. So very strong moves across the metals complex. So we'll be coming back to those. We can take a couple of trades on those, particularly palladium and also gold. We'll look at those very shortly. We'll also cover oil for you as well. Oil's had a good rally. We finally had a resolution. If we go out again to the higher time frames, we've been consolidating on oil for 5 weeks here, and we finally had a big pop this week. We've actually got some overhead resistance here just at the 55 level. What I would suggest here, we're looking at Brent crude oil, is we are basing at the moment on oil. Now, it's not a fully confirmed move until we can break and close above this zone, which is roughly about $55 per barrel. Now, if we do get a break above that zone, so you remember last week we were looking for sell short opportunities on oil as we started to crack through the lower end of this support zone. Well, this week we're now changing tact here. Since we've had a full-on reversal on oil, it's taken out 4 weeks worth of highs. We're actually currently trading near 5-week highs. And at this point, we could get a nice follow-through as we head into next week. So as mentioned, we need to clear $55 per barrel on oil, and then we could really start to build up the momentum to the upside. This is a really nice technical trade. If we get above that level, again, oil, it's really volatile. Once it gets moving, it can really start to pick up momentum. If we have a look from the high and low of this candle so far, how much we've moved. So it's over 600-point move. And again, on binary.com, very simple to trade. You're just looking for the price to be higher. Entry, you need to have a close higher than your entry price. So it's really simple for you to trade in this way. If we look at light sweet crude oil for confluence here, we've also had a pretty good breakout on light sweet crude oil. Now, light sweet crude oil doing slightly better. It's actually taken out its swing highs here, and it's already starting to break above this neckline above. So you've also got a nice a base which has formed over light sweet crude oil. You can have a look at this in terms of a V-shaped reversal pattern as well. Normally takes a few weeks for a V-shaped reversal pattern to fully form. So it's been about from the breakdown in price until the low point in August up until where we are in October. It's taken about 5 to 6 weeks for it to fully base here and start to build up some momentum to the upside. But we are getting to a point now where we could see further follow through as we head into next week on oil. As I say, I'd like to see a break above the 55 US dollars per barrel zone in order to really get some good follow through here on oil. So the top trades which I'm going to look at, first of all, palladium. I really do like this trade on palladium at the moment, so I'm going to go for a trade just to be out, just a quick move here to be out by the Monday close. So I'll go through that with you. Let's just see. I know Monday is a bank holiday in the US. We'll see if we can take that. Yep, we can. Okay, fantastic. So let's just double check that. The 12th. Yes, we can. Okay, super. I'll go over that trade. Okay, great. So we've got the palladium trade here at the moment. So currently we're looking for the price to be higher by the close on Monday. Okay, so it's a 3-day trade. Duration is 3 days. You can see the payout there for the higher, 74%. So my deposit on the trade, $3,448 for a $6,000 payout. So I'll just do a quick update on that. So very simply, we're looking for the price to be higher. It just needs to close higher than 714.80 by the close on Monday, and we'll win the entire payout. So it's an up and down. So again, we're going to commodities. We go to up and down, rise and fall. We're looking for higher, lower. You want the purchase, the higher contract. We're going for the duration of 3 days, and the spot price there, 17.14, 17.15. We'll better get in quickly before we move too high. 7.15, we'll do that, purchase that for 74% payout. Just check everything again. Yep, $3,448 deposit, $6,000 on the payout, and we'll take that. Beautiful. Okay, so that has been done. So we've executed that on palladium for a buy for the price to close higher by the Monday close. Now we'll just move over to gold as well. Now gold's already broken out to the upside. It's unusual to see gold already break out during the European session like this. It's already had a 190-point move today, but we can see the US dollar is selling off considerably today, and that is giving a good breakout to the upside for a lot of the precious metals. So let's go ahead here and we'll take the gold trade. So let me just move it over to gold. We go for this for a day trade, so just want to be in and out of this within a few hours. Okay, so we go into the close of the London session. So I'm looking to be in and out of this trade. Actually, we might be able to go a little bit further out to the close of the Asia or the New York session later on today. Let's see how far. Yeah, 9 hours. If we can go out 9 hours, that's good actually. Just double check that in terms of our pricing. Yeah, that's good. Right, so what we're looking to do here is gold. It's already broken out. It's broken out from the pennant. It's broken out from the weekly highs. It's broken out from the V-shaped reversal pattern formation as well. If we actually have a look at gold, let's have a look how high we are. We haven't seen these highs since the 27th of August. So we're at about 5-week highs here at the moment, very similar to oil in terms of oil's also at 5-week highs. We're looking for a breakout to the upside, so 79% payout for the price to be higher than 1154.78 over the next 9 hours. So I'm looking to be in and out of this trade quickly by the close of today. 79% payout, $3,350 deposit for a $6,000 payout. So just get the best price on that. Okay, perfect, and we will purchase it. Okay, super. So that has been done. So we purchased that contract also. So we've gone for a long, we've gone for a buy on palladium, and we've also gone for a buy on gold. So these are the two markets that we are getting into as we head into the US session. As I mentioned, the US dollar is selling off considerably over the last couple of days, really starting to break down, and that will give us some good, more upside momentum here on the precious metals. Okay, fantastic. So I don't think there are any more questions at the moment. If there are any more questions, do put those into the chat function, okay, which is just on your top right-hand corner. It should be. Okay, fantastic. Now, if you would like more daily commodities analysis and live trading ideas ready to implement on binary.com, there is an opportunity for you to join us at the Gold and Silver Club and join the Private Traders Club. Now, as part of the Private Traders Club, members get access to Master the Markets training course. So this is really if you want to take your trading to the next level. There are over 30 hours of content for you to go through to really become a consistent and profitable trader. As well as that, you also get daily commodity trading ideas with profitable setups, which you can take advantage of throughout the week. You get bi-weekly technical and analysis videos, and those videos throughout the week, they include analysis of all the opportunities that we look at throughout the week, as well as the specific prices that we're looking to get into each of the commodity trades too. And as well as that, we provide the Inside Track week ahead trading plan. So every weekend, we release the week ahead wealth plan. And with that very specific trading plan, we provide the trade opportunities for the week ahead. We go through very thorough preparation of all the trade setups that we're looking at as we enter a new week, and it thoroughly prepares you for a number of profitable trading opportunities as we head into the following week. So for this, to take advantage of the Private Traders Club, very simply, enrollment is by application only. All you need to do is the following: go to www.jointhegoldandsilverclub.com to join the Private Traders Club. And from there, it's an application-only process. So what I will do here, I'll just put the link for everybody into the chat function just so it's very straightforward. So it's www.jointhegoldandsilverclub.com to complete the application form. And once that is done, we'll get in touch with you ASAP. Okay, so it's www.jointhegoldandsilverclub.com. From there, you'll be contacted ASAP. Fantastic. And for those of you who are doing that, we absolutely look forward to welcoming you to the Gold and Silver Club. Perfect. So that is it for today's session, everybody. So we wish you profitable trading. Thank you to binary.com and the team for hosting today's session, and we will catch you all later. Okay, thanks, guys. Bye-bye.